Hello, Dr. T and classmates. Khyim Bonas, also goes KB. I'm going to present my capstone video slide presentation. It will be on diversity practices, training, and awareness. I hope you all have been having a good time. We're almost done, everybody, and now off to the presentation. Hello, Dr. T and classmates. My capstone project will be on managing diversity in the workplace. The key elements to consider. This picture is around 2012 on a deployment we served together as shipmates on USS Bunker Hill. This particular day, we got to go on USS Carl Vinson to take a tour of the aircraft and the area on the ship that we control aircraft off of. So it was a pretty cool day. My name is Khyim Bonas. I'm married with 4 children, ages 5, 17, 20, and 21. The youngest being 2 boys, the oldest being 2 girls. I am a senior chief petty officer in the United States Navy. I've been in the Navy for over 22 years. I'm currently stationed at Naval Amphibious Base Coronado. I'm scheduled to retire from my naval career next year, 2024. The agenda will be as follows: background of the problem, literature review, research questions, methodology, results, conclusion or recommendations, final thoughts, personal learnings, and favorite quotes. Our presentation agenda is as follows. We're going to cover the background of the problem, literature review, research question, methodology, results, conclusions or recommendations, final thoughts, personal learnings, and favorite quote. Background of the problem. 1. Research on the concept of the workplace diversity has intensified since the 1990s when the term first emerged. Despite the huge attention that this concept has drawn from the research community, no single approach to managing diversity has been developed. 2. Managing diversity in the workplace is a comprehensive process that focuses on building a work environment where every employee feels included. 3. The manager personal awareness is crucial when seeking to build a successful, diverse workforce. Equally significant is the ability to manage and recognize and demonstrate awareness of their personal biases. Literature review. The visible versus invisible dimensions when it comes to diversity management. Please take a moment to read over 3 important pieces to this topic. In this photo, this was 2016 when I was pinned to Chief Petty Officer on Naval Amphibious Base Coronado. My research question is, what aspects of diversity training awareness, diversity training, and diversity practices are the elements to consider when managing diversity in the United States Navy? I utilize the survey research method. I used Qualtrics to conduct my survey, and it was quantitative in nature. In this photo is my first ship, USS Rushmore, LSD 47. I checked on board in 2001. Demographics, broken down in gender and age. I coincidentally had an equal number of female and male participants to complete my survey. The age group that had the highest participants was from 21 to 34. Education level. The highest number of participants that conducted the survey, at the minimum, had a high school. Demographics. Please take a moment to look over the race and ethnicity of the personnel that participated in the survey, in addition to how long those participants served in the United States Navy. In summary, both diversity training and diversity awareness have a positive and significant impact on diversity practices. With diversity training having a stronger effect, the results of the survey show there are no significant differences in diversity practices based on role. U.S. Navy sailors and its leadership should therefore continue to implement diversity management approaches across all administrative levels. In this photo was the group that I made Chief Petty Officer with in 2016. Recommendations. The findings of the current study show a positive association between diversity training and diversity practices. Investing in diversity management is now a priority for most organizations. Senior management should recognize its crucial role of supporting middle managers to promote diversity management. Past studies have shown that low self-motivation among middle managers can harm an organization's ability to implement its diversity agenda. In this photo, I was on board the USS Bunker Hill. This was during deployment, and the Chief of Naval Operations came to visit all of the sailors. For those that don't know, this is the highest ranking officer in position in the Navy at that given moment. Personal learnings. In conducting my research for my capstone project, I learned that any organization will benefit from implementing diversity practices. To implement diversity practices, you have to show awareness and you have to conduct training. Any organization that implements and grasps and embraces diversity, different individuals from different backgrounds with different skill sets, usually is a well-run organization. This does not happen unless you make aware, implement, and train. The organization will then benefit from the diversity implementation. Favorite quote: "Don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as a champion." From one of my favorite athletes of all time, the great Muhammad Ali. I think this applies to all of us as we continue our education and we're on the home stretch to finish our programs and move forward. The time and the effort that we put in will help us become that champion later. In this photo is DDG 106 USS Stockdale. This was the last ship I conducted a deployment on in 2021. Thank you for watching my presentation. I appreciate it, classmates. In this photo, I was on board the USS Bunker Hill on a deployment in 2012, and we are trailing the USS Carl Vinson. The current position I'm standing is lookout, and we're preparing to do underway replenishment for fuel. Again, classmates, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the presentation.